ODLog TV here, back with another stream for you guys. Yeah, you guys, hit that like, subscribe, bell icon so y'all can be notified if this real because y'all know ODLog keeps it real. Salute, 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 salute to the playback gang. Salute to everybody who comes in the chat. Salute to the old and new subscribers. Appreciate all you guys. Let's get into this one, right? Because I seen the news. Bob Arum, he put out well, it's a report out that Bob Arum and Al Haymon that they're going to start, making, more cards together because they're tired of Turkey out of Sheik, right? And I just talked about this the other day, right? When they announced that TKO, right, it can take business away from Al Haymon and Bob Arum, right? Because Al Haymon, he doesn't pay his lower level fighters that much money, right? Al Haymon, he doesn't pay them that much money. So, the TKO deal looks pretty nice to people, right? So it's going to be a lot of people that's going to leave the PBC and they're going to go over here to TKO. And it's the same thing with Bob Arum, right? It's the same thing with Bob Arum. Bob Arum, he picks up majority of the amateurs, right? Like majority of the amateurs go to Bob Arum. Bob Arum, he has to pick up the litter, right, when it comes down to the amateurs, right? Because the PBC, they don't really pick up a lot of amateurs. And, like Golden Boy, they pick up some. But Bob Arum, he has been known, right, throughout all these years to, just have the pick of the litter of the amateurs. So with that TKO deal being announced, a lot of these amateurs are going to look at TKO, right? And they're going to be like, okay, I could probably go and sign over here. And that just brings competition to Bob Arum. And we know that Bob Arum is 93 now. He's stuck in his ways. He's not going to change, right? He's on his last leg. And right? So they have teamed up to try to stop this man, but they have the cards to stop him, right? Look, because they both have a big stable, but do they have the time? Right? And do they have the resources? And are they willing to, to sacrifice losing money, right? Like Turkey is right now. So we gonna see how that play on out. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But it's just funny how they just teamed on up, right? Just all of a sudden after this TKO just got announced, right? And I just talked about it the other day. I said, yeah, like, that Bob Arum, he's not gonna like this, right? Because it's gonna take a lot of his amateurs away, and he's not gonna have to pick up the litter like he's used to having, right? Well, his company won't have to pick up the litter, right? Like, even when he's gone, he want his company to have to pick up the litter, right? He's thinking about the future too. So, man, like, let's see how this play on out, you guys. Like, you feel me? But on to other news. And I know this probably is going to make a lot of, Tank Davis fans mad, right? I know it's probably going to make a lot of you guys mad. But, Clarissa Shields, she gave some good advice, right? She gave some good advice. And she basically said what I was saying. Tank Davis is, that he's really not taking boxing serious. And, he's distracted. He's not in love with the sport anymore. And once you fall out of love with the sport that you got in, it's hard to get that back if you can ever get it back. Right? Tank has fell out of love with the sport. And now he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And that can get him hurt. Right? But a lot of the Tank fans, they don't like they don't like to admit that can get him hurt. Right? They don't like to admit that Tank Davis, well, she basically said, Clarissa Shields, she basically said that Tank Davis, he needs to go and get some therapy before he takes on the Lamont Roach rematch. Right? And it's like, yeah, because he's not into the sport anymore. He's not in love with the sport anymore. Right? His fans, they glaze him and they overlook that this man is telling y'all. He's telling y'all, I'm not in love with the sport anymore. Right? I'm not in love with it how I used to be when I was younger. And we all know, if you know anything about the sport of boxing, right? Because I have a lot of new boxing fans who just look at boxing and they just think it's all physical. No, boxing is 90% mental. 90. 90% mental, 10% physical. You have to have the mentality to want to take a punch. And once you get out of that mentality, right, the certain punches that you was getting hit with, they're going to hurt a little bit more, right? And then that's going to make you want to say, man, like, what am I doing this for? Right? I'm a millionaire. Like, what am I getting hit in the face for? And that's where Tank is at right now. That's where Tank is at right now. Tank is at that point. Like, do I want to get hit in my face? Like, salute, Mr. T. Wait, end up in the hospital post-fight. Good way to, yeah, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, like they don't want to listen to us, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like they don't want to listen to us, right? They just say that we hating. It's like, no, we are trying to look out for the best interest of the fighter. Y'all don't care, right? Because y'all just gonna glaze them regardless. No, we looking at this logically. And we have seen time after time after time when a fighter got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, they're talking about retirement. They talking about that that they're not really in love with the sport. And they half-ass in the sport. We see what happens. They get beat all the time. You just seen what happened to Jared Anderson, right? And Jared Anderson, he's gonna get beat again, man, unless he refocused himself, right? Unless he refocused himself and he's going to take the sport seriously. But if he's not going to take the sport seriously and he just in the sport to get a bag, like, bro, he gonna get knocked out again, and that's just a fact, right? Because it's going to be another fighter who's going to put up the same resistance as McCauley, and what's going to happen? The same results if he's not, mentally ready. So they be thinking that we just hating on Tank, but it's like, bro, like even Bob Arum said it. Bob Arum said it, right? They glazing Bob Arum, like for teaming up with Al Haymon, right? They repeating that, right? They are repeating what Bob Arum saying about teaming up with Al Haymon because because it's against Turkey out of sheep, right? And they don't like Turkey out of sheep for what reason? I don't know. He just putting on the fights that you want to see. I don't know why you don't like the man, because Tank don't like the man. What? What? Because he offered Tank $20 million? Oh, because he exposing your favorite fighter. That's why you don't like him, right? Okay, now what you say, Mr. T? He's their last great heart. Need to him to succeed at all costs. That spirit will break. Yeah, man, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, he's their last hope over there on the PBC. That's what it is. See, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, instead of them, supporting all of the, like all of the promotional companies equally and looking at all of them as crooks and looking at them all as corrupt, right? You want to glaze one over the other. Hey, What do we say on this channel all the time? Turkey Al Sheik, he is cool until he not cool. Come on, right? He cool until he not cool. We, bro, like we didn't seen this before. We know that money is not gonna be around forever, right? We don't live in delusional land. We know that money ain't gonna be around forever. We know eventually that he gonna cut it short, and and he gonna be on some crooked behavior too. You know why? Because he dealing with Dana White. Duh. We not stupid to these facts. That's holding everybody accountable. Man, but when you glaze one promotional company like they don't do no corruption, when you just blatantly seen corruption in your face, but you act like that you didn't see none of that. Man, but you can see way to Saudi Arabia, right? You can see corruption way in Saudi Arabia, but you can't see corruption in New York City, in Brooklyn. That's diabolical work. No, hold them all accountable. It was corrupt. It was this. It was this. It was this. Hey, and that's it. That's all. Don't point out one without pointing out the other. That's all I'm saying. And I know that a lot of people, like I know that the Tank Davis channels, they gonna go in on Clarissa right now. Let me put it on the screen, man. Man, because she pleased with him to get therapy, right? She pleased with him to get therapy. Man, now Clarissa Shield pleads for Gervonta Davis to get therapy before Lamont Roach rematch. And this is what she said. Now, this is what Bob Arum said, right? They be glazing Bob Arum, but this is what Bob Arum said. Like when speaking with Sean Zetto on March 28th, the legendary boxing promoter Bob Arum said, I think Davis has to start taking boxing seriously, right? I think Davis has to start taking boxing seriously. This is what Bob Arum is saying. Bob can see that he's out here playing, right? Like, man, that Clarissa, she can see he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I can see it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we can see it, but his fans cannot see this. Come on, man. They think we hating. And it's like, man, and this is what Clarissa Shields said. She said, like, I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but I feel like he needs to get his mental together, Shields said. But when I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff he's saying, I can just tell he's not in love with the sport no more. And that's what I see. I see the same exact thing. He's not in love with the sport. Right, man. Now he wavering. He like, damn, man, because I got all these business investments, right? I got all this stuff going on. I really don't have to take a punch to the face no more. So do I really want to take a punch to the face? Right? Do I really want to take these punches to the face? Like when I can just go and make millions of dollars, on my real estate. Do I really want to do this? Right? So this rematch is dangerous. It's a dangerous thing. Right? One punch can change these boxers' lives. Man, but people, they think it's just a game, bro. Tank, man, he just gonna go and do, okay, yeah, all right, man. But he got to get his mental together. He got to get his mind together. Right? And if he don't got that together, then what? Man, could y'all hear me? Could y'all hear me well? All right, what you say, Tough Glove? Salute, Tough Glove. Boxing salute, brother. Cooking fan facts. If he was a boxing fan, or just how to accept some level of corruption as a sport was basically built on sad fact. At least Turkey giving us the fight. Yeah, like you feel what I'm saying? Look, at least Turkey, he giving us the fights that we want for right now. But we know that, bro, like, like if we have Man, now, if you have been in this sport for over a decade, you already know the routine. It's gonna be good for a minute, and then it's gonna start trickling off. This is just how it goes. So we just happy while it's lasting. We're not ignorant to this. Oh man, like y'all just glazing turkey. Oh man, look. No, we not, bro. Like we just happy that he's giving us the fights that we want to see. Now, do y'all think that we would have got Bivol better beef if stop? We would have never got it. Never. Come on. Man, now, do you think that we would have get fights like Canelo Crawford? No. It would never happen. Right? Man, like, man, now we've been getting all these fights. Like, we probably wouldn't even got Usyk Fury. Come on, bro. We got a lot of these fights that we wouldn't even got because these promotional companies out here in America is beefing like gangbangers, right? No, man. Like, I don't want to give you my fighter, man. Like this, man, like to make your promotional company shine. No, man. Like, I want majority of the money, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my promotional company, like, they got to get 70-30. It's like, come on, bro. Just work together. Make the fights. Everybody make millions. Everybody happy. What's the fucking problem? Right? But like I said, the reason that Bob Arum, right? Like we about to go back to Bob Arum and Al Haymon. The reason that Bob Arum and Al Haymon are mad, right? Because Al Haymon, lower level fighters, he doesn't pay them that much money to get on cards. And this TKO thing coming out now, right? A lot of his fighters are about to say, okay, Al, you not giving us no fights, you not doing this, you not doing that. We gonna slide on over here to TKO. Right? Man, and then when it comes down to Bob Arum and the amateurs, Bob Arum used to just have the pick of the litter. But now since TKO is gonna, it's gonna form and it's gonna come, a lot of his amateurs are gonna be like, should I go to Bob or should I go to right? Come on, man. A lot of them amateurs, they gonna be going over there. And Bob don't like that. Al don't like that. They don't like it. They old heads say, no, we don't like that. Right? Man, that this young dude coming on the block trying to, nah, we don't like that. Man, it's time to get rid of him. Man, and that's what they gonna try to do, like for as long as they can. Exactly, man, without ripping off the boxing fans. But yeah, bro, no, this is just how it, it's like, man, like, like if you're gonna point out corruption everywhere. That's all I'm saying. Like, like, hey, I don't have no problem with nobody pointing out corruption. No problem. I don't have no problem. Odie Loke don't have no problem with nobody pointing out corruption. I just want to let that be known. But if you just gonna point out certain corruption, then you gonna overlook blatant corruption. No, you a hypocrite. And I got to call you a hypocrite. You a hypocrite, right? You don't want to call out corruption when it's your favorite fighter involved, but you can call out corruption when like when it's somebody else's favorite fighter involved, right? Come on, man. But like it got content creators right now still pushing the narrative that Terrence Crawford is just a cheater. And it still got people running around the internet almost 2 years later, calling Terrence Crawford a cheater with no proof of nothing, with no proof of anything. Right? With no proof of anything. Now, this is how diabolical it is, right? Like the Canelo fans are on the internet saying Terrence Crawford needs to be checked, right? Because he can be on PEDs. Did you just hear what I said? The Canelo fans. Salute, C-Bus. The Canelo fans are on the internet telling us, right, that Crawford needs to be checked. Diabolical work. It's diabolical. It's like, what? So you must be a new Canelo fan, right? Because you don't know that your man popped dirty for PEDs. Him and like four other his, like him and like four of his other, training partners all popped dirty at different times, but they all popped dirty. And I'm gonna tell you about this Ryan Garcia. Look, man, like salute, man. Look, and I'm gonna tell you about this Ryan Garcia thing. Derek James, you better stay away from that man. You know what he trying to do, bro? Bro, man, he's smearing the hell out of your name. Right? Because when he got popped on PEDs, who he was around? Derek James. Man, like, and I think he gonna get popped again. And who he gonna be around? Derek James, after he just came out of who training camp, though? Right? Like, man, we just seen him training with who? Eddie Reynoso, right? We just seen this man training with Eddie Reynoso. We just seen him training with Eddie Reynoso. But now he gonna put the blame on Derek James if the shit pop. Come on, bro. Like, you are, bro. Like, I don't know why y'all keep falling for this, bro. I don't know why they keep falling for this. Man, man, but Juan Manuel Marquez told you. Juan Manuel Marquez, man, I'm pretty sure he know every dirty trick in the book. He told y'all, don't trust him. Don't trust him. Ryan is going to find a way to cheat by any means necessary. Right? Where there's a will, there's a way. This man just came up out of Eddie Reynoso camp, and now he talking about he going to go back with, he about to go, like he talking about going back to Derek James. It's like, what? No, stay with Eddie Reynoso. Oh, so if it all comes down and you pop dirty and stuff like that, they gonna blame it on the black man. Oh man, but who camp was he in? Right? Well, who camp was he in when he was, man, but when he popped dirty though? Right, man? Who was his trainer when he popped dirty though? Derek James. Come on, bro. Like, you smearing the hell out of your name, bro, with that dude. Bro, you smearing the hell out of your name with that dude, bro. Canelo, tough glove. It's Canelo fans on the internet. I have had several debates with Canelo fans. They must be new Canelo fans because it's like, what are you talking about? Crawford need to be watched. And this man is literally juicing right now. Yes, Canelo is, man, like, like from my knowledge, I know he can still go and eat the magic beef. That's a fact. Come on. Right? Any fight that's in Mexico, just like that fight last night, between Zepeda and Farmer. Any fight that's over there in Mexico, come on, man. Bro, y'all better, man. Like, people better wake up, bro. Right? Like, like people better wake up. Come on, man. Like, that magic beef is in action. Bro, like in the WBC, and he's a WBC interim champion. WBC, the same company, the same people who raised up the levels of the computer raw that can be in your system. The same people. Come on. 1 + 1 is 2. Right? Come on, y'all. Like, bro, man, like, and what's Mauricio Suleiman? Isn't he part of the, Hispanic Latino community? And they stick together. Come on, bro. Like, I'm not crazy. Like, you see what he tried to do with Ryan Garcia? Like, Ryan Garcia was caught flat out, busted. He still was trying to make excuses. Still was trying to make excuses for him. Right? Until Ryan came out with all them racist comments, then he is disassociated himself. But up until then, he was trying to make excuses for Ryan. Mauricio Sulaiman. Yes. Come on, bro. Man, but just like when Canelo, when he got caught, Mauricio Sulaiman, he didn't leak that. No, Mauricio Sulaiman, he didn't come out and tell the public. Remember that, y'all. He didn't come out and tell us nothing. It got leaked. It got leaked. It got leaked that Canelo had popped dirty. Right? Because they was trying to hide it from Triple G team. Come on, man. Like, and then Mauricio Sulaiman, he came out and he addressed it after it got leaked. Come on, bro. Like, it's like, man, and then right after, that he get caught on it, you raise up the levels. That's obvious what you doing for the right for it, man. So that's why I be telling people, bro, like, yeah, y'all better go over there and eat some of that magic beef. Right, man. Like, you better know the levels, right, man, because it's obvious that they can't suspend you if they not suspending them. And if they suspend you and they don't suspend them, you can sue the hell out the WBC. Right? Because it's like, hey, like, you letting them get away with it. You on record, raising up the levels to let them, you feel what I'm saying? Like, to take all they suspensions away. This is what the WBC did. They raised up the levels just so all of those fighters who was caught on that stuff, all these suspensions, like, they can kind of disappear. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we all know about them. We all seen them happen. But they raise up the level so they can try to make it clear. Like, no, bro, it's not clear. They got busted. Everybody got caught. And you tried to help them out. That's all it is. That's all it is, you guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's corruption. But man, we're gonna see how it work on out though, you guys. But man, but back to the Tank Davis situation. Like, I know that a lot of, I know a lot of his fans, they gonna try to go off on Clarissa and all this. You feel what I'm saying? And how his fans are, right? Right? They just, like, they real childish. They get real ignorant and childish, right? They want to get to the insults and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I insult, Tinkerbell. Right? So you already, oh man, he don't need no mental this, he don't need this, he don't need that. It's like, no, she's not calling him weak. That's what y'all be, that's what a lot of people think. If he need therapy, oh man, he weak. No, he just got a lot on his mind. He probably needs somebody just to talk to release it. Right? He probably can't talk to certain people about certain things. Right? Shit, he is just a 30-year-old millionaire. Right? He probably got a lot of people who got their hands out. Right? He dealing with a lot of stress. Come on. But oh no, man, he just gonna be better in the rematch. And it's like, bro, like, what if he be worse? Like, what if he's sinking deeper into a deeper depression or a deeper thought process, and then he trying to get back in that ring and he lose focus and he looking in the audience, right? Man, now he looking in the crowd and Lamont Roach is fighting. Man, because that's what he had did in that fight. If you go back and you look in the fight, man, now he got hit with a body shot, Right, he got hit with a body shot. He started looking at Willis. Right, he started looking at Willis, talking to Willis, and Lamont Roach punched him in the face. Bam. So y'all want Tank to be that distracted right now. So just imagine if that was a right hand, because that just was a left jab. So just imagine if that was a straight right, solid straight right power shot, right? And Tank Davis, he looking at the referee complaining. Right, then Lamont Roach just, man, like hit him in with a, man, bro, like he would have went through the ropes, man, because he was already on the move. Like, come on, man. Like, and then what would have happened? Oh, all y'all be, oh, it's like, come on, man, because y'all glazing him instead of trying to, you know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to get him to get focused. Glaze the man. Right. Oh, man, he can't do no wrong. Oh, man, he can't do this. Oh, man, like they didn't call. Oh, man, like that needed it. It's like, no, bro, call it what it is. Hey, bro, like Tank got away with one. Tank, you got away with one, bro. I don't know what you're going to do, but you better fix it quick. Right? You better fix it fast, bro. Because if you're going to have a rematch, which I don't think the rematch is going to happen, y'all. Like, y'all know like I put out the video, like as soon as they said it, the rematch, I said, yeah, I'm going to put this on record just in case it don't happen. Right? I put out a short. I say, yeah, now just in case it don't happen, this is already on record. I don't think the rematch is going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. I never seen Tank in that, in that position. Right. Like even Bob Arum, he was like, bro, he just looked ordinary. Like he just looked regular. He didn't look like Tank. He didn't look like the dominant, superior, right? He didn't look like that guy. Man, he was getting walked down by a smaller fighter that's coming up in weight. Come on, y'all. Like, and people, they think that we just tripping, that we just hate. He was getting walked down by a smaller fighter. Oh no, man, he bigger than him. Well, if Lamont Roach was someone bigger than him, bro, like man, he'd be fighting at 135. No, he was fighting at a lower weight class. He's a champion at a lower weight class. He came up in weight. That's just the facts. Right? Just like tough love. Like it was obvious that Tank had no game plan going against Roach. He doesn't have fire no more. That he's thinking about retiring. This is really first fight in equal terms. Yeah, exactly, man. Like because he even was bigging up, like he was even bigging up Lamont Roach. Like, yeah, man, he's a good fighter, right, man. Man, he wasn't, like he wasn't trashing Lamont Roach. He wasn't trying to push Lamont Roach. He wasn't doing all that stuff that he usually do to all those other fighters, right? Because he know that Lamont Roach, right, wasn't gonna go for none of that. Man, and Tank knew who he was dealing with, but he thought he can beat Lamont Roach. But now he see, like, damn, no, I probably can't beat him, right, man? Because he was giving me tough fights in the amateurs, right? He was giving me some tough fights in the amateurs, and all he had to do is just get a little bit better, right? And now I can't beat him, man, because he almost had my number in the amateurs, right? He almost had my number in the amateurs. So he just made a couple of adjustments, and man, and now I can't beat this man. Come on, man. And then he gave up mentally. Why he gave up mentally? That's when he took the knee. Man, I'm about to get out of here. That's what Tank wanted. I swear to God, that's how I thought about it. That's what Tank wanted to do. I was like, Tank want to leave the ring. Tank wants to leave the ring right now. If Tank can say, man, like, bro, it's over, man. I'm out of here. Come on. Now that takes us back to the Devin Haney footage, right? Let's go back to the Devin Haney sparring footage. When he was sparring Devin Haney when Devin Haney was 16, what he was trying to do. What he was trying to do when Devin Haney was getting the best of him. What was Tank trying to do? He was trying to get out the ring. He was arguing with people on the sideline, people who don't got nothing to do with the fight, right? They just talking they mess on the sideline, right? He arguing on the sideline. He talking to this guy. He talking to that guy, right? He wanted out. When I, bro, like when I can't get the best of you, I want out. And that's what he was trying to do in that sparring match. He was trying to get out. Right now, this is what he had did right here. Come on. Don't forget about this. Boop, get hit. One. Uh-oh, swan dive, swan dive, swan dive. Oh, bro, Tank is crazy for that one, bro. He did a swan dive. Did you see that? Man, he got hit with a left hook. Man, a counter left hook, right? A left hook, and circled around the ring. Right? He did the exact same thing that he did with Roach, bagged up, and did a swan dive. And that's the amateurs. Right? And then when you go and look at the full video, he get up and start stomping, like a little baby, pouting. No, you the one who took a swan dive, right? Come on, y'all. But man, like bro, man, he got to work on his mental. Tank, like you know what I'm saying? Like work on your mental, bro. Like stop listening to your fans. Stop letting them glaze you up like you just, like you just invincible, bro. Cause you're not. That's obvious that you're not invincible. Right? Go and get the help that you need. Come back, focus to the ring, right? Because boxing is 90% mental. And once your mental start fading from boxing, once you start getting uninterested, right? Like once you start, like once them punches they hit you and you be like you start thinking, right? Man. But most of these boxers, when they get hit by a punch, they don't even think about, like nothing else but getting their lick back. Right, man. But if you let's say you get hit by a punch and now you start thinking about, damn, I don't even have to be up in here. Like, why am I doing this? Boom, you get hit by a punch. Like, damn, man, like, why am I doing this? Like, you still winning the fight, though. You winning the fight. Right? Like, you winning the fight, but you like, damn, man, like, why am I still doing this shit? Like, man, I could be doing something else. Like, man, I could be going back to school. Like, you heard what he said? Like, I want to go back to school. I want to do this. I want to do that. Right? I want to better myself. And, like, hey, I salute the brother for that. So do that then. Right? So do that. Don't play boxing. That's all we saying. If you want to retire, retire. Don't be on this fence and no. Man, you know what I'm saying? And then people, like, like they bring up Shakur when he said it. Oh, well, Shakur, he said it. I said, yeah, like Shakur be saying shit out of frustration because he just be mad. All right, he just be mad about shit. So he just blurt out shit. He just mad. Oh man, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna retire. Man, you ain't going nowhere, right? But Tank, on the other hand, Tank is he feels like he's serious to me. I don't know. It's just the way he talk about it, and the way he just like, man, like I'm not, man, that these guys, they really ain't on my level, man, he's not interested in none of that. So we gonna see how it play on out, you guys, man. Like, I just don't want people to attack Clarissa Shields because you already know that they gonna get, highly upset at her. Oh man, is she trying to call him weak? Oh man, is she trying to do this? She trying to do that? It's like, nah, she want the man to get help, right? Because he's a hell of a fighter, and he can be, man, he can fuck around, be an all-time great if he just put his mind to it, right? I mean, for real, like Tank, he can be an all-time great. If he put his mind to it. But his fans, they don't want him to be an all-time great. Y'all don't want him to be an all-time great. Like, remember, Tank fans, y'all don't want him to be that. Y'all don't want him to be that. Why? Because y'all make every excuse to hinder him from doing that. Challenging greatness, right? Come on, man. Like, with risk come reward. You have to take the risk to get the reward. But y'all don't even want him to take that risk. Y'all just want him just to get all the rewards. No, it don't work like that. That's not life. That's not life. Even in a boxing ring, that's not life. With risk come reward. And he's not taking the risks, and he's on his way out, and y'all, all right, man. Y'all gonna get Tank hurt. It's not us. It's y'all who glazing, hindering these fighters, right? Same thing with Wilder. Same thing with Spence. Same thing. Y'all just keep on doing it. I just don't get it. Y'all just gonna keep on repeating this cycle, right? Glazing them instead of holding them accountable, right? Okay, now we're gonna see how I play on out, you guys, man. But I appreciate you guys tapping on in for almost this hour, 45 minutes. I got to make a move this morning. Salute to everybody who came in the chat. And everybody go and subscribe to Tough Glove Boxing if you're not subscribed already. Man, salute to C-Bus and Mr. T, man. Appreciate y'all brothers for coming on through, man, this morning, man. And I know I got more people in the chat, man. Like, salute to y'all too. So, man, I appreciate y'all. Have a blessed day, blessed Sunday. Stay safe, stay out the way. I'm gone. Peace.